Welcome to Low Her episode 80. How's it going, everybody?
80.
80. That's a big number. That's a milestone number.
Crazy.
Big old number.
That's an 8 then a 0.
Anything that has a
that's
0 at the
foul.
end is a big number to us. We're only 20 away from 100 episodes.
Oh man, episode 100 is gonna be a
Episode
banger. I don't know what we're gonna do
100.
yet.
Only 20
And that's
weeks away.
where we end the show.
We're over. It's
100
gone.
episodes.
See ya. We're too
It's over.
busy. Just kidding. This past week was very hectic for me personally, and also for
A lot
everybody.
going on.
And there was a cherry on top.
Yes.
It's your
A
How about
microphone.
we start with the cherry?
Your
I like
microphone looks
cherries.
like a cherry right now.
I was
It
thinking the
does.
same. That is a tasty looking microphone.
It has a tape.
Does it taste like that?
No, absolutely not. It could not be further away from tasting like a cherry.
Lick it.
No,
Okay.
I'm not going to do that.
Guitar
I mean,
Hero
I agree
7
that
was
we
leaked,
should lick
folks.
Bro,
Jesus.
Guitar
It
Hero
was.
7, we have actual gameplay of Guitar Hero 7.
Like Final Fantasy
Uh,
7, but Guitar Hero?
Yeah.
No,
that game came
no,
out.
I wouldn't think. Yeah, absolutely not. So what's the fucking timeline for this? Because we knew about the Reddit post. Thanks to Guap. Guap let us know about this first. And then that's what we all like quote retweeted on Twitter, the everything app. And then
It's
it turns
X.
out
Everything word.
this is a video on YouTube that just it belonged to a channel with like 10 subscribers. This video had
4.
like 40 views, and it was discovered very recently, but it was uploaded in February.
Yeah. This
So
has
it's
been up since
up
February.
or unlisted. Yeah, you know how the shit like this happens all the time. It's likely a lot of this was unlisted and then it just got relisted. I don't know. This is kind of what like it just kind of flew under the radar. It seems kind of like the Guitar Hero 5 like mocap videos that surfaced last year with Bulls on. Well, there's Bulls on Parade GH3 full band mocap that leaked, and then there was some stuff about I think it was the Kurt Cobain? No, Johnny Cash impersonator. There's mocap, there's like pictures of that or something, or confirmation that happened. But this is huge because all we knew about Guitar Hero 7 was a whole bunch of concept art and no gameplay, never once. We knew about a guitar, we knew what its whole premise was, we knew what they wanted it to look like, but no actual true like prototype. But now we do. There's a lot going on here. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's
Yeah,
the
I gotta
Warriors of
rewatch
Rock
it.
engine based on the logo popping up, and there's no highway, but instead what they're showing.
They're driving on a
is-
highway.
Yeah, they're driving on a highway.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
video
we've
looks
never-
sick, man.
No, straight up, this looks like the same like desert background that they're experimenting with
For Band Hero
with
2.
Band Hero 2.
Yeah.
It looks very similar to that. Axel Steel is looking rough as fuck, dude.
Bro, it looks like
He
Eddie
looks
Riggs
terrible.
from Brutal Legend.
He just got out of rehab,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Leave him alone.
yeah, no, it looks like Eddie Riggs took meth and then just like
His
Yeah.
his chin is just 3 sizes too big.
Okay, so here's a real wild one that I haven't seen anybody talk about from this. Hey, what is the guitar that he's playing? Because that headstock looks like a Paul Reed Smith. That looks like a PRS.
uh-huh.
Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah.
Oh, it actually does.
Do we potentially have the
Oh, yeah,
6-string
wait.
guitar controller plans? Were they going to do a PRS controller? Because that's the thing that I saw when I saw this animation was like, were they working with PRS? That is a PRS headstock.
There are two.
Yeah.
There
I
are
see the
two
vision.
known prototypes. And actually both of them ended up on eBay at some point. Here's the Lord Zed post. This is how I knew about the eBay listings for them back in the day.
Yes.
This was 7 years ago.
God
I
damn,
lost the bid for the
some
yellow one.
hoarder won it.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's very likely that it was. I like to believe in my head, from what I was told, it was in good hands. But
Oh no, it's in good hands in the sense it'll be taken care of, but it's being hoarded.
Don't we know?
It is being
We know who
hoarded.
has it, right?
huh?
Don't we know who has it?
I know the person
know
who
who has
knows the person that
Okay,
has
we
it.
know the person who knows.
I got it confirmed that the purple button was purely cosmetic on
Yeah,
the
those
yellow
work.
guitar.
Yeah, it's a dummy
Not,
button.
I don't know about the black guitar, the one with the actual with more strings
Actually,
on it.
just looking
Or
at it,
looks
it
like
also
more
looks like a dummy
guitar.
button that's just like glued on there. I feel like
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like it's smaller.
It is.
It does look smaller. Like, look in the first one where it zoomed in. That thing is fucking cursed.
You know what's funny? I think that everything else is like 360 frets, and then the purple one's like a Wii fret or something.
I don't know.
It does look domed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
More like
the
Wii
thing for
fret.
me, like looking at the demo guitar, right? Like the one that got leaked. The body shape almost looks like an Ovation guitar, if anybody's seen it. Like the back's kind of rounded. It kind of has the acoustic body.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back at that clip, man, I keep hammering on it, but like even the body shape on the guitar has the points like you would see on a PRS. And that's the reason that this like hits so hard for me is that's always been one of my dream guitars. I love the way they look. So when I saw this in the clip, I'm like, man, we were so close to greatness. There's a potential there. That could have been a really cool look for a guitar controller.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
If I remember,
let's talk about the song that's playing in the fucking preview too.
Oh,
hold
yes.
on.
That
Before we get to the
crazy.
song, I
Oh,
want to
okay,
say
okay,
I want to
sure.
say one more thing about the hardware. If I remember the lore correctly about that one that has like the speaker in the back or whatever, like the acoustic looking
Yep.
guitar, the black one.
Yep.
I feel like that was like an off the shelf thing that they just kind of bodged their shit onto.
It was a
Right?
Yamaha or something.
Some
right?
sort of Yamaha
Totally.
like MIDI guitar that they used just because
Yeah.
it had 6 strings, and that was like what they used for rapid prototyping. Like that body exists as a commercial product
Dude,
elsewhere.
this looks so Frankenstein together.
It does.
For sure.
It honestly doesn't even look real. It looks photoshopped.
Yeah,
You
this
look
looks
at
like
it
a
like
shitty
just look at how
Photoshop.
crude the cutouts are for everything.
Yeah, it's bad.
But I mean, yeah, no.
You'd never.
I mean,
hit
who's to
star
say
power
that
button.
this even felt good to play?
It probably
I
felt
mean,
like ass.
It didn't because it didn't come out.
Yeah,
So
I
No.
mean, you used the Mustang Pro guitar for Rock Band 3. The thing felt like ass too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish
the
I
6
could
strings.
remember the exact quote. I'm doing this off memory, but I remember there was like an anonymous person who worked on the staff that said something to the effect of these guitars were too expensive to ever have been bought. It was just too much. I wish I could remember the exact
Yeah,
quote. I'll see
hold
if I
on.
can find it.
They might actually have. No, if you go to the Reddit page, it actually has that quote that you're looking for.
Oh, it's on the Reddit
yeah,
post.
let
Even
me just read the
better.
Reddit post. So this is the original like person who discovered this video just sitting out there floating in the ether on YouTube for 3 months before we found it. The video is posted and it says, "This is what was planned before the reboot to Guitar Hero Live in development around 2011. Some of you may have seen the older photos of the new 6 fret in one line and the 6-string guitar controller. What you see, a moving truck venue and 6 dots for UI that seem to indicate strings being strummed, I suppose would be better, all line up with Stephen Totilo reporting from 2012, which is this. Guitar Hero 7's guitar would be its most obvious deviation from its predecessors. It was going to change the gameplay of the series. This amazing thing was a 6-stringed guitar, the source told me sarcastically. Not a real guitar or even a full 6-stringed. It had the classic Guitar Hero buttons on the neck with one new extra button and 6 strings where the strum bar used to be. Yay! Now they have an extra button and 5 more strum bars.
Yay!
Which is what it would be. Right? Fuck's the point of having 6 strum bars. Some early samples of the new GH7 guitar were even made, the source said, but they weren't up to snuff, and we know that for a fact because we were just looking at those. The strings were unresponsive and loose, and the guitars cost a fortune to make. No one could figure out a way to make it so your average Joe could buy one. The morphing venue concept was too unwieldy, and the game began to collapse under the weight of the developers' big ambitions. They started designing locations, my source said. A tomb, the back of a moving truck. The back of a moving truck. There it is.
Wow.
The game was supposed to have a 2-year development cycle. That cycle was cut short about halfway through when Activision president at the time, Eric Hirschberg, visited the studio. He checked out the game and was apparently not moved to keep things going. Development was stopped shortly after Hirschberg's visit, and members of the team were let go.
You didn't have to fire them. Jeez.
Got rid of them all. Fuck
That's
it.
crazy.
We're out of here.
Cancel their game, but at least keep their jobs.
Guitar Hero's
Goddamn.
dead.
Put them.
We're not using it anymore. It's gone. Oh shit!
Insane.
Yeah, I pasted in a whole bunch of the stuff that we already knew about just for a refresher,
yeah,
because not everybody knows about the concept art.
yeah. hold on, let me get
But
this
there's a
concept
lot.
art
There's a
up
lot going on. There's
Yeah,
a lot going on
there
with
is.
these pictures too.
I don't know, man. For a company named Activision, their vision isn't very active.
It
True.
was active when they were making
True.
games for the Atari 2600.
Uh,
here. Yeah, I mean these UI
Oh,
pictures
dude, there's
are
a whole
cool,
fucking
but, like,
dude. Somebody put this all together. There's an internet archive.
Oh, shit.
Guitar Hero
Wait, this
7
is awesome.
stuff.
Yo!
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a whole
shit.
bunch of stuff in here, which is really cool. This person has to. Yeah, this is all scraped from the people's like all the artists like portfolios.
Wow.
Yeah, their
all
concept
leaked
stuff.
out.
Yeah.
cool.
But like everything is in here in the highest highest quality, which is really cool.
Oh, this is actually a good poll.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
That's the
Yeah,
first
so
one.
Cool.
from Rebecca Wallace had a whole bunch that I have never seen before. Maybe like it's been a while since I've seen these, but look at that. There's like whatever the fuck they had an idea for
Whoa.
episodes. Oh yeah, never mind. I have seen this.
Episode
they have,
episode goal.
This is like that's like a mock-up for like a mini that there's a little bit too much going on there.
G Hero 45987
Yeah, there's a
G77.
lot.
Oh, yes. Black Magic Woman by Santana.
Did AI generate that, bro?
Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so here's where it kind of confirms settings concept right there. Stringed guitar and bass and legacy mode.
Legacy guitar.
Now, why
Oh.
couldn't the GH Live have both of those?
Now, you know, to be honest, that's the first. I didn't ever see the screenshot.
I've
and
never seen this either.
I've never seen that
I-
either.
I did not realize that.
I saw
in
this a couple years
concept-
ago, or last year or a year before that, is when I first saw these loading screen mock-ups. I've only seen like the videos.
Wow. I thought that only
yeah.
the stringed guitar was going to work. Like, it still would have used the
No,
classics.
they would have done the classic, or I guess this is
That's
probably
interesting.
in the moment where they were figuring out whether to make it new concept only and leave the legacy shit behind. So they were probably like, okay, let's just make a concept, assuming that we're gonna support everything.
I mean, it makes sense because they have such a large install base with the legacy instruments with 5 frets, so it'd be.
yeah, which makes the whole Guitar Hero Live thing make even less sense to me. It's like,
I
how
was
the
gonna say
fuck-
it'd be
how the fuck
foolish.
do you
It'd be
make the
foolish to
game-
make
how do you
everybody
bring
new
the
one.
game back and not let the old shit work? Like, how brain dead do you have to be?
For real,
I'm
for
sorry.
It wouldn't have
I
even
mean,
been that hard
hey,
for
if
GH
the
Live to
game
just have
failed-
a 5 fret chart. It's just a
Yeah.
second chart.
Guitar Hero
Whoever's-
Live probably would have survived until the pandemic, and if they had 5 frets more, who knows? Maybe you know
Well-
what? That's a little bit doomerish of me. Maybe it'd still be going
Yeah.
right now. Maybe it would be clinging to dear life. But if it supported 5 fret, things would be a lot different right now.
There's
I
no
think.
way. No. I'm gonna ix that right now. Just
Okay,
because
fair enough. That's fair enough.
And here's why. I don't think if they even got the classic players, right, there's too many other intrinsic problems with the game, like just built right the fuck in.
yeah,
Good
yeah,
points.
no,
Good
that's
points.
true. That's true.
The monetization, playing for song plays, paying for star power activations. Come
Yeah, it was-
on!
it-
Man, they really
super
got
mobile-
us with that one.
Super duper like mobile game type shit. Like there's supposed to be loot boxes in that game because this came out around the same time Overwatch did, and so Activision was just doing Activision things. So I totally saw it going down that road. I mean, it did go down that road and fucking died. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but if it had 5 fret, it would have hanged on maybe a little bit longer. There'd be a lot more haters of that game for sure. But I like to think about GH Live and like, damn, how they fumbled it, but also how really it couldn't be saved.
Well,
you know.
okay, so we're
Too
looking
far
at
gone.
looking at the GH7 footage, looking at GH Live, looking at Festival. I gotta say, there's something in common with all of this right now, which is that they all have these big, lofty dreams of trying to recapture the flame that was the old days, and they're not even meeting the same quality as the old games and expecting the same results. You know?
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is just kind of like, especially now with Festival, like just a result of like modern game dev environment and live service model and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, we're so far beyond when Guitar Hero and Rock Band started as franchises, and it's crazy to me that people don't just think like, oh, why don't we just literally do it again? You know, like stop trying to like. It's almost like they, by trying to reinvent the wheel, they move backwards in a lot of ways. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
like
there's
if it ain't
also
broke, don't fix it.
there's also discussion of like Guitar Hero 1 is almost 20 years old. It'll be 20 this year. Can you make a
Yep.
Guitar Hero 1 game this year and have it be successful? Just a standalone 47 song game and that you play through
No.
once and that's it? I don't think so.
No, it
There
still
needs
needs
to
to
be
be
more.
a platform.
There needs
It needs
to
to
be
be a
more.
platform, but you can do a better platform than what we have right now.
I mean,
There's
even
better
Guitar Hero
ways.
1 with DLC. Is DLC enough? Or do you have to have more? There has to be like some sort of thing that brings you back. Are there microtransactions? Is there like a weekly leaderboard system or some sort of competitive thing? Is there fucking other modes that's more than just career and like pro face-off and co-op? I don't know. I mean,
Is
it's
there
just...
a
Competitive
tutorial
modes,
to
I would
teach you
say.
to play the game?
Is there
Is
Yeah,
there a
that's a good
practice
idea.
mode?
Oh, dude, that's
Do
a funny
tutorials
thing
even
too.
exist?
That's a funny thing too. From a few weeks ago when I was doing the Run It Back Gauntlet on PS2, playing all the games on PS2, somebody, I think it was Mickle Raven, said you gotta look at the tutorials on World Tour, bro. I'm like, why do I gotta look at the tutorials, bro? I know how to play the game. Is something special about the PS2 one? Yes, the PS2 tutorials. The audio sounds like you're listening to somebody talking on the phone through an Xbox Live microphone in 2006. It's insanely bad. Like
So it's like the same audio quality as you hear yourself playing vocals.
worse.
It sounds insanely bad. It's worse?
I swear the audio files that they uploaded are like 2 kilobytes. Like there is no audio data there whatsoever.
way.
It sounds so bad. I wonder if I can find
Dude, they
it.
must
Do you have a
they
link
must
for
have had
this?
to compress
I wish I did.
the shit
Hold
out
on.
of that to get it. They were probably like, oh, if we keep them uncompressed, we're gonna run out of space. Just keep compressing them until they fit on the fucking disc.
In my brain, I'm hoping it's like Super Nintendo, like the really
Bit
bad,
crushed,
like you heard in like
all
Sunset
your bass
Riders.
belong to us.
I was
Yes!
gonna say all your bass.
880 2101 more with you. It's all muffled.
It's not much better than that. It really isn't. I don't think there's gonna be a video that I can find, but I will do it. I will.
It looks
make
like
it.
you're gonna have to make the video.
it's
Guitar
my-
Hero Rocks.
This is me. Yeah, Guitar Hero Rocks. Yeah, that's on me. I'll do that. That's actually funny too. Hold on, let me pull up a picture. I was going through my old yearbooks when I had Callie here. You know how it is. She wanted to look at the yearbooks and all that shit. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
girls are weird. bro.
Girl shit.
They're
Okay,
weird.
but I was looking through my yearbooks. It was my 5th grade yearbook, I believe. Yeah, it was 5th grade. You know how it is.
Girl shit.
Girl
Girl
shit.
shit.
You know how it is. All right, here it is. Let me post it in the
I don't know why that's so
Discord.
funny. Just the way you said it, like, hey, yo, girl shit.
Yeah, you know,
Yo,
girl shit.
girl, whatever you're into, bro.
Not like that. Not like that. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I was looking at my yearbooks, 5th grade yearbook. There was this was the year that it was 2009. I was in 5th grade, 2008 and 2009. But there was a newer teacher, like 23 years old, probably fresh out of college. And at the time, I had my Guitar Hero Rocks YouTube channel, so I was uploading videos. I put a fucking poster on my locker that said, "Hey, subscribe to Guitar Hero Rocks on YouTube." I was that kid.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was that kid in
That's
in 5th
crazy.
grade.
You did that
That's
shit?
I did that
insane.
shit
I could
on my
never.
locker.
I could
Amazing.
never ever advertise my YouTube shit to my friends.
I was so proud of it.
anybody
I was
at
like, look at
school.
me, look how good I am at
That's
this really
crazy.
cool,
No.
popular game. And then
No, that's great. That's awesome.
the shame came in much later. 5th grade me did not have that level of shame yet built up. So, anyways, this 23-year-old teacher, like, who was cool and hip with it, like, he knew what the fuck YouTube was. So he was like, "This has a YouTube channel?" And he looked me up, and he went to go look at my channel and all that stuff, and he was like, "This is really cool. You should keep doing this or whatever. You're really good at the game." All that stuff. I have a distinct memory of, like, when he told me that he looked up my YouTube channel. Like, "Oh no, I have to go through all the comments, delete all the comments that have swears in it. I don't want him to tell on me," or shit like that. I don't want him to tell my mom that there's swears on my YouTube channel. So I did that. But anyways, going through my yearbook, I found him signing my yearbook, and it said, "Keep on rocking Guitar Hero Rocks, Mr. B." And he did green, green, yellow, blue, orange. I don't know why he did green
Yeah,
twice.
where's red?
Sure, he meant green, red, yellow, blue, orange, but regardless, Mr. B, that was you. Keep on rocking Guitar Hero Rocks.
Mr. Beast?
And also, he spelled my name wrong. He did ROX, so I wrote in the S myself.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
nice.
okay, bro.
Dude, someday someone's gonna be like, "Oh, is this a Mandela effect?" I remember the rocks only, not ROXS. I remember.
You'll
the
never
S.
know. It's a wise moose now.
It's a Berenstein Bears, Berenstein.
Berenstain?
Berenstain.
It was always
Berenstain.
Steen for me personally.
Yo,
It
Fruit
was
of the
Steen
Loom.
for me, and then I just accepted it, and I was like, "Fucking whatever, man."
That
This is
cornucopia
stupid.
was there. I know it. I know
The
it was.
cornucopia.
I
Where
know
did
it was
I learn
there.
the word cornucopia?
That's how I learned what it was. I know a cornucopia was there.
I learned cornucopia from Adult Swim because they had that one commercial where they're like, stuff it in the cornucopia.
Oh, what?
I swear to God, hold on.
Cool, man.
Hold on.
From Guitar Hero 7 to cornucopias, welcome to Lore
I-
Hero.
I swear to God, yeah, this was uploaded. Well, Adult Swim uploaded it 1 year ago.
Oh, it's new. I learned this when I was a
This is,
kid. I was 28.
This is a great video.
Cornucopia.
The fuck?
Squash. Stuff it in the cornucopia. Sirloin.
I told you it's a great. It's a great
Some shit
bumper
that'd be
from
on Rock
Adult
Band
Swim.
Network.
Dude,
This
This
would
should
go
be
on
on Rock
Rock
Band
Band
Network. Remember the Quiznos? The Quiznos thing?
Yes.
Remember?
This
It's
sounds like
giving
a
that.
Psycho Stick song.
It does.
I think that this is Psycho Stick. I think that they did this.
It sounds like Psycho Stick.
Hold on.
That's something, man.
The cornucopia.
Like,
Yeah, this is a good video.
this is very, I'm a dog and I like socks.
Yeah, I'll hit this up with a like.
I would love to see it in my recommended every now and then.
Yep,
I'm
and
with
just click it every now and then, much like right now I'm getting a recommended for Bush World Adventures. I would watch that
Dude,
again.
Bush World Adventures is one
better-
of the funniest things Adult Swim has ever made.
It's better than every episode of Rick and Morty.
It's better than Rick and Morty. It's just so funny. We're going to Bendigo, Morty, to get me cube.
Give me cube, Morty. Shut up your ass, Morty. Anyways,
Oh, you know that shit that this house has people in it.
yes,
That's a Adult Swim, isn't it?
Yes.
That shit was awesome. That shit was
Yeah.
awesome to follow. I remember
that's when they were getting crazy with it back like in 2014.
they were
13.
getting crazy with it. Or what is it? This video of a bear.
Yeah, video of a bear. Yeah,
Video of a
that was
bear
crazy
also a good
too.
one.
That was the same era as Too Many Cooks.
Too Many Cooks.
That was 2014. I think does that still have a fancy title on YouTube?
Unedited footage of a bear, or are you talking?
It does, dude. Too Many Cooks. It still has the cool like Easter egg Too Many Cooks title on there. It's yellow.
Oh,
Look at it,
really?
bro. Yeah, look at it.
Oh yeah. Go to the Too Many Cooks YouTube video.
It's still there.
It's the actual font.
That's cool.
What?
They did that shit. Yeah.
What?
I
How does
forgot
that-
they did that.
Man, this was November 2014. Fuck, dude. That was my junior year of high school.
Wild.
That makes
I
sense.
was already
I was
already out of high
graduated
school.
by then. I
I was already out of high
graduated.
school when I was just chilling, taking a break
Yep.
from no school for 12
Yep.
years straight.
Too Many Cooks.
When this came out, shit's
Man.
crazy.
I should
Love
watch
Adult
this.
Yeah.
Swim.
Who remembers Too Many Cooks, man? Everybody.
I feel like I missed an entire arc here because this is like I need to learn my lore.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
shit
know
was
the
Adult
wild.
Swim
Swim
is just
lore.
fucking weird, bro.
This shit hit as
It's
a,
just
as a
fucking
teenager.
weird. That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just weird.
fucking
That's
weird.
It. Like,
See,
yeah,
like,
like
okay,
I'd fall asleep with it on when they would air King of the Hill. Which, by the way, dude, they started teasing that revival of King of the Hill. I'm so excited for that to come out.
I need to watch
feel
like
all
I'm
regular
just-
King of the Hill.
I'm so excited.
I feel like I'm so out of the loop because like when I think of like weird from that era for me, it's like Salad Fingers comes to mind.
Yes,
dude.
dude.
Yeah, no, it's the same vein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
kind
where
of.
I'm going.
Just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except this is like prime time. This is, prime time television.
On TV.
You know, like,
yeah,
It
Oh,
was
prime
TV.
time. It was
I
at
think
3
it started
a.m.
like 9 p.m.
yeah, no,
would go-
prime time television for Adult Swim fans.
Sure.
Yeah,
Like 2 a.m.
Primetime adult.
yeah, like
Swim.
that's when like fucking. What's
That's where you get off your job and you just go turn on fucking Adult Swim. You pass out and you wake up to the weirdest shit ever.
Fuck, what's that one show that they had with the fucking green rat? And it was like terribly illustrated.
Green Rat.
Or the mouse or whatever. Hold on.
Why do I know what you're talking about, but not really?
Oh, 12-ounce mouse.
I don't know this one.
I don't know that
12-ounce
shit.
mouse.
I don't know what that is.
Just a fucking weird show, dude.
12 ounce.
I saw it.
Whoops.
Oh my god, wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. Maybe I've seen
Does
this.
it look familiar?
What the hell is this?
Yeah,
man?
kind of a little bit. I probably switched over to. I'm like, what the hell is this? What are they putting on? They're just putting anything on TV.
They really let
from
anybody put shit on TV
2005.
now.
This is from
They had,
2005. I'd probably like watch it. I'd probably see it and be like, oh, I shouldn't be watching that. That's scary.
This is
They had
crazy,
Mr.
man.
Pickles, Squidbillies.
Yeah, I remember Mr. Pickles.
Venture Bros, great show.
Yeah, Venture Bros. Yep.
Metalocalypse, obviously. Black Dynamite.
It's cool that they
Army
got.
Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Yeah, I remember those. It's cool that they got cool, fancy like Adult Swim bands in Guitar Hero 2 for Thunder.
I know.
Thunder Horse. I was gonna say Thunder Kiss. Thunder
The,
Horse.
the horse.
And then Laser Cannon
Thunder
Death
Horse.
Sentence later on. That's a good springboard into other cool little local bands making it into games such as Honest Bob and the Factory to
Honest
Dealer
Bob,
Incentives.
baby,
I'm so
Yeah.
jealous you guys got to go
Dude.
to that. Man, that shit's crazy.
Dude, that's
dude,
so
dude.
cool. So
Myself and JP went to go see Honest Bob
Yes.
and the Factory to Dealer Incentives live at Somerville Porch
In the
Fest
flesh.
2025 in the flesh. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this. This is them playing
You got
Soy
by.
Bomb. They're playing Soy Bomb in this video. They're playing I Get By, bro. I uploaded 2 of them. I just made them public now. You guys can go watch these on a Wise Moves V2 right now. Go watch perhaps the last ever Honest Bob and the Factory to Dealer Incentives performance ever, we were told.
no
True.
way, really?
These guys just don't
Yes,
play anymore.
Ironically.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we were told it's like, oh yeah, you never know if they're gonna play again.
So we were like, we
years.
have to go.
And
We
then
have
years
to.
We're
since
in
Honest
Boston.
Bob has played.
And they just happened to be playing. It was
Yeah,
like,
me
I
and
have to
Jake,
go see it.
Me and Jake got up early we took an Uber into the town where this was happening during a thing called Porch Fest, which they were not the only band doing this. This was a whole entire event in this neighborhood where there was a concert going down like 5 houses down from where we were.
No, Porch Fest is crazy. Like, Somerville is like a suburb of Boston, and like what they do, I guess this is more places in Somerville as well. Other towns do a similar thing, but bands can just like get out on their porch, or like maybe rent somebody else's porch or whatever for a day, and just like perform a concert for an hour or whatever. And then like there was like hundreds and hundreds of bands doing concerts at this Porch Fest. Like they just like moved like south through the city, like from noon to 2 there was like a whole bunch of bands here, and then from 2 to 4 there's a bunch of bands here, and then from 4 to 6 there's a bunch of bands down here as well. Like people just migrate through the town watching bands play on people's porches. It was a really cool idea, and Honest Bob signed up for it, so they did it.
I love that. Like, okay, as somebody who, like, when I grew up, fucking Orlando's local music scene was all, like, I went to every local show I could, like Hard Rock Live, House of Blues, all those like little venues that were around the area, and the local scene there really helped shape my music taste. And seeing like all these bands get the opportunity to all play at the same time, and people just go from concert to concert—that's such a fucking cool idea, man.
It is a really cool idea.
Really cool.
It was a really cool vibe there. It was really awesome. Like we were just walking through trying to find where the Honest Bob one was, and we're just hearing, "Oh, that's a cool ass sounding band. That sounded like Remo Drive, but that can't be Remo Drive. That's a Minnesota band, like a small Minnesota band." But yeah, it was really neat. And the reason apparently that Honest Bob doesn't really play anymore is because they got a new band. It's called New Fane. That one has it has like 2 members from Honest Bob. I think it's Chris Rigopulos and Dan Schmidt, I want to say. Maybe somebody else. I don't remember.
Isn't Alex in it?
Yeah, and then Alex Rigopulos is in New Fane as well. And
no way.
And also
Yes,
Greg LaPiccolo is in that band as well. So it's Honest Bob 2. Kind of. It's a spiritual success. They have 2 songs in Rock Band 4 for Rock Band Rivals. New Fane does. But
Honest Bob 2.
Honest Bob 2. Apparently they don't play much anymore.
He's too honest.
It's possible that this is the last time they'll ever perform a concert. Maybe. Who's to say? Probably not. But we were in Boston for PAX East, and there was an Honest Bob concert, and I had to go because it becomes sort of a meme about how
when we heard about it, Jake was like,
"Oh, what?
Honest Bob."
Yeah, it's because we were talking with Cape Strawberry, Erica. She's lovely. She knows Alex Rigopulos like personally, so she has like insider.
Yeah, she used the pink hair in that video, in the video that you posted.
Yeah. If you ever see a head of pink hair, that's Erica. And to my left is Alex Rigopulos. By the way, we're all like we saw Alex Rigopulos at the concert. He was just standing there with an umbrella, and then we waited for Erica to show up because we didn't want to be like, "Hi, I know who you are." We waited for Erica because Alex personally knows Erica, so we waited for her to show up, and then she kind of like introduced herself to Alex. Like, "Hey,
waiting for the mutual friend to show up.
Waiting for the moot.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, exactly.
And then he was like, oh yeah. He was like, I'm used to seeing you guys on a screen. Shit, I didn't even realize it was you.
Yeah, it's like
that's so cool.
And then we were all huddled under his one umbrella. I took the reins.
He was like, yo, get under my umbrella.
Yeah, because it was raining. It was raining that day. You can see in the video. But then it was interesting. Me, JP,
Dude,
Erica, and Alex Rigopulos all underneath one little.
Dog shit weather that whole weekend, man.
It was bad.
It really
for
was.
Sunday. It actually
Jason,
ruined
it
like
was
a good
like
amount.
pouring rain the whole fucking time we were there, and it was cold.
It was chilly.
Yeah. And windy.
Boston.
Yep,
for
very
you, man.
windy.
Last time I went to a PAX East, it was snowing the whole time, so at least you didn't have to
Oh
worry
no!
about that.
Yeah, you know who we were talking to there that was talking about you? Hal Ashes.
Gary.
Yeah.
I love
we saw all
Yeah.
those guys. I saw
The
we
crew.
saw
We
Gary.
saw the crew.
We
Yep.
saw Lee. I saw Bryce.
Brock?
It was a great. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
They
the
go
old
every year.
VVV
Sent them-
crew.
They go every
Yeah.
year.
That's our old
They're
squad.
like, oh man, we're only just missing Jason. And it's like it's okay. There's always another time. It's okay.
I promise it's for good reason that I missed it. I promise.
Yes. No. We relayed that, and so and unfortunately we can match their freak because we were gonna go to all you can eat Italian on that Saturday night.
I guess that's their
like they usually do.
That's like
that's
their
like
tradition.
That's their thing.
But
All you can eat
don't
Italian
want to leak
food
the
at, like, a
name.
really nice
Don't want to
place,
leak the
like-
name, but it was
a lot,
it-
like $70.
the place is delicious. The place is delicious.
Gatekeeping the
and
restaurant, man.
I
Yes,
am gatekeeping
absolutely.
the restaurant. I am. It's that fucking good, man. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't want anybody else to get the reservations in for next PAX East before we do.
Yep.
That's why I couldn't
Because
go.
that was
It
the
full.
problem. The reservations. It was full.
Mhm.
We would have had to go at like 10 p.m. and we were like,
That's pretty
Nah.
late. Or like 2 p.m. It's like, hell no, I'm not going to load up on
Which
Italian
we were going
food
to
at 2
Honest
p.m.
Bob, so me and Jake were like, we really can't make that.
Yeah, no. I'm so glad
Yeah.
I got to
But-
see Bob. It was very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually like a really good show. Like they still sound great. The singer, like, he's gotten older, his voice is a little shot, but he was doing his best, and it still sounded really nice.
Soy Bomb was perfect because there's no vocals.
Soy
there.
Bomb was perfect.
And
They,
I
like,
Get
did
By was
not mess that
perfect
shit
too.
up.
Honestly, like that's exactly what I wanted to hear with I Get By. It was funny. It's
Yeah.
because there was so many Harmonix people there. Like Alex Rigopulos was there, of course, and then Dan Sussman just walked up and was like, "Hey, yeah, you guys made it." And I was like, "Yeah," because we were talking about Dan Sussman the day previously. We'll get into that after this. And then there was like another group of other people that walked up to Dan. Like there was like probably 5 people huddled up there, probably either current or former Harmonix people. And then after Honest Bob finished one song, they're like, "Play something we know from Rock Band." And then I think that might be when they started off with Soy Bomb. I don't remember, but it was
They
fun.
also played Severance.
Yes, they played the Severance theme, dude. They played the Severance theme. I need to find it. Oh, wait, hold on. I sent that to Stu Cage.
Didn't you like film a video?
Yeah, I did. I have a video
You
of
did.
them. That's when we were
because
walking
up to there. We were walking up. Yeah, you were like, "Is that Severance?"
Yeah, that's Severance. I got to pull up my DMs with fucking
Exaggerated
Steel
way
Cage.
that Jake sounded. He didn't sound like
Is that
that.
Severance, bro? Yo, is that the Severance thing, bro? Oh, that plays Severance, bro. Dude. Okay, let me download this so you guys can watch it too. Because holy shit, this was like, I swear to God, I live in a simulation. None of this is fucking real. It can't be real because like I love Severance. I was talking about Severance like the day prior with somebody, and all of a sudden we pop up. What the fuck? They're playing the Severance theme. Honest Bob is playing. What? That's not a sentence that's real or should ever exist. Honest Bob playing the Severance theme. You give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a fucking break. Okay, here it is.
No.
Putting it up there. I'm gonna put it up on the screen over here too.
Weenie.
Pretty soon. All right, we can queue up. Actually, that'd be cute. You don't have to watch the entire thing, but like, it's like 1:17. You just have to watch the first few seconds. Okay, here we go.
That's Severance? Honest Bob is playing the Severance theme?
This is when JP and me were just arriving. We just
Yeah, we were walking in the rain. Like, I looked like shit. My hair was all wet, and like I was wearing my wonderful Lore Hero hoodie. But for that weather, it was a little too warm.
A little too hot.
Sweating.
This is crazy.
I see Alex.
I'm so glad you all had a good time. Honestly,
Yeah, it
that's
was cool, man.
honest Bobbly.
Honestly, I'm bobbing my head to this shit right now.
I'm bobbing my shit.
I'm bobbing my shit.
I'm bobbing my shit.
I straight bobbing my shit. No, anyways, we also got to meet some of the Harmonix crew. We got to tour the offices.
Yo!
Yeah.
That was
great.
on Friday.
Yeah,
And that's about all we can say about it.
After you and I got there, Jake.
That's it.
Yep, not joking.
Yeah.
We signed an NDA. We can't speak about anything that we did on our
but,
little office tour.
There was somebody else that we talked to at the Dead by Daylight booth.
Well,
Yes.
hold on.
Pope?
Before we get to that,
Pope?
during our Harmonix office tour,
You
we
spoiled it.
we talked with Dan Sussman
And where he
and
works.
Kyle the Winner. We all know Kyle the Winner. He's on Twitter all the time. He's kind of a very
Yeah,
forward-facing.
meeting Kyle was great. Finally meeting
member
him.
of the team for festival. And Dan Sussman we met before in Denmark. He was nice. He was very nice here.
Yeah.
We got lunch with them after the quick little office walk around, and we got to talk to them. It was
Yeah,
very,
their office is like right above like this sports bar place. And
Yeah.
the food was pretty good.
it was very good.
Yeah,
We
it
just
was.
talked.
Couldn't-
Shot
I like
shit.
my
Can't
burger.
complain. It was very nice. Got to chat with them. Nice folks. Love them. Can't wait to talk to them again at some point. Always open.
Yeah.
But when we were walking around PAX, we stopped by somebody at the Dead by Daylight booth. None other than Mr. Eric Pope.
Yeah. Former coworker of mine at Ubisoft.
Mhm.
Good dude right there.
Yeah, he was nice to talk to.
Nowadays,
Yeah, he was awesome.
Nowadays, very well known in the Dead by Daylight community.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For the work doing
Yeah,
there.
which they did their reveal of Five Nights at Freddy's in the fucking game. I mean, I have my amount of time that I put into that game. I will be trying it out. I do
don't blame you.
love convoluted hide and seek.
That is
Very
fun.
convoluted hide and seek. It's not that bad. It's not that bad if you have the right people that you're playing with. You're playing with the wrong
That's
people.
the thing.
Fuck that.
Gotta get the
Uninstall
right
the game.
people for sure.
Yeah, you have to have the right people,
Mm.
or else everyone's just gonna hate each other. No,
Like
no,
Among
but,
Us.
like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But worse, I'd say it's worse.
Oh God,
Yeah,
it's been a
Dead
while.
by
so-
Daylight is a video game of all time. But yeah, that being said, we were telling them all about like, oh yeah, no, Milo hacks because you had your
Yeah.
Milo hacks lanyard.
Dude, hold on.
Jake
Jake
had
had
your
Milo
Milo
hacks
hacks
lanyard.
lanyard, which was clean as shit.
Super cool.
You
Look at
took a
those, man.
picture.
Cold, bro. It's cold.
He took a picture with
Yeah.
Alex Rigopulos wearing the
While
Milo Hacks
wearing the
lanyard,
Milo Hacks
which
lanyard.
was crazy.
Yeah.
that is pretty.
Yeah. Let
it's
pull
not
that up
Pretty
Yeah.
too.
crazy. But yeah, we're telling Pope. You were telling him about it, and about like, you know, there's a whole community dedicated to just Rock Band 3, and he was like, yeah, that game's fucking awesome, and I'm just glad that it's still around. It's like, yeah, there are people who only play that game, pro anything, and we all play like this crazy ass modded version of it, which I haven't been able to put too much of a spotlight on their updates as of recent, but they're fucking cooking. They're doing like a
hell
whole
yeah,
bunch
they
of
are.
cooking on Rock Band 3 Deluxe. It's crazy. So like, yeah, no, like they're just optimizing the shit out of the game. I think we did talk about lyrics popping up, and we talked about the custom venues.
I
and all
think so,
that.
yeah. Circle
Yeah,
gems.
yeah.
They got circle gems.
Yeah, they got the
Doing
circle
that.
gems. Yeah, look, there's a selfie. That shit's crazy.
Oh, I already got rid of it. Hold on.
That shit is crazy.
I had
Yeah,
Bob
he's
up.
Milo
a,
Hacks.
Alex is a really nice guy, and I know, like, you know.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Like,
I only I stayed at the convention because Olivia and Rosie wanted to go check out the expo hall, so like that's what I was doing.
yeah,
But-
well, I know a lot of people are gonna know, like, oh, what'd you talk to about? Did you guys talk about festival? And it's like, guys, look, not really. Like, they're cooking, and like that's what they said, and they said, like, you know, they said, like, look, we haven't forgotten about the pro community, like, you know, we want, like, we care. They said we care about everybody, but we didn't really talk about a lot of that stuff, you know.
No, we were just
Um,
chilling, getting to know each other, talking about Bob.
Yeah.
It's his brother
Can
out there
I-
playing lead guitar, just saying.
From the outside, this is somebody who's not there. So I just feel like they went, yeah, maybe look again in a few months. That's kind of what it feels like.
Pretty
It's just
much.
like, yeah, we,
It's kind of
Like,
how it
whole-
felt.
yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's
kind of
like-
like the, you know, that the story's not over kind of thing, you know.
Yeah,
Let us work.
that's what he said in regards to a few certain things. Like, a lot of this with live service is just like, this is the story then, this is the story now. The story isn't finished yet. We're still working on things. There's a lot of things to consider. They have a smallish team. They're spread thin, working on this, working on that. He also mentioned something. Hey, we're working on something that might not even be fest related. Who knows? So I don't know what that
was
means.
interesting.
I don't know what that means.
either.
So
Okay, all right. So
I
I was
hear
like, what if
that
they bring?
shit.
What if they bring back Audica?
so
Bro, I didn't
let's
hear that. It's a lot
let's
to unpack off of that statement alone.
yeah, I don't know.
let's just sprinkle in something that did go out in the community recently. And I don't know if you guys saw this because y'all were away.
I've been so
Tim-
disconnected for the past week.
Yeah, me too. Me
I
too.
believe it was Tim Sweeney that said this, and I'm going to try to find my source.
Freaking Tim, bro.
Hey, Sauce.
Fortnite items. There was a thing in the last few days where he said, I found it. He wants Fortnite items to be able to cross over to other
Oh,
games.
I did
He
see
did say
this.
that.
So, my very first thought was Jam Tracks crossing over to Rock Band 5.
That.
Hey yo,
Imagine.
that's ultimate. That's like the ultimate like.
Bro's talking to Lex
Copium.
Friedman about this, bro.
Oh, he did interview Lex Friedman. That's right. Or actually, Lex interviewed him. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Oh,
It's
my
one of
man's-
those things.
My man's sipping on a DC right there. Tim Sweeney in the Lex Friedman office just sipping on a DC, talking about how he wants NFTs to be a thing, but not NFTs, just Fortnite.
That's insane.
Yeah, it basically is. He wants these items to cross over to Call of Duty or Roblox, and it's like, okay, that's
Okay,
that's-
so Rock Band 5's out now on the table. It's on the table.
I mean, that's the way I looked at it. It's hopium beyond copium.
No,
but like,
no, we want to
Yeah.
be the people to fucking blow that whistle to be like, hey, who's to say that
It's-
Rock Band 5 is completely dead? I thought it was dead for real.
But then Tim Sweeney with the left hook. Whoa, Jam Tracks that work in other games.
That'd be crazy. I mean, theoretically, a jam track would be easier to do than like an
Then that
actual
could be
modeled
genuinely
person.
worth 500 V-Bucks. Maybe.
Yes, it would.
Maybe could be.
If you buy
Maybe
it once and you can
could
play it
be.
everywhere, that'd be worth it.
You played it
That
in a
would be
completely
nice.
different game, and you also have it in Rock Band 5.
This would be a very inflationary measure if you could get your
Yeah.
fucking Qui-Gon Jinn in Fortnite, but also you get him in Call of Duty.
And Roblox.
And
Roblox.
and Roblox.
Robeats.
So
And
they're
that was
trying to
for
take
Soya.
the Xbox approach and be like, hey, we can have everything, and you can have everything too.
I don't
Wouldn't
know,
we
man.
have to have one unified game engine for everything all the time? or at least good tools to translate it to different engines? How'd that work?
So
Technology.
yeah,
how the
it's
fuck would that
complicated.
work?
Everything should be Unreal 5. Yes, let's go, Tim.
I think the best way to highlight the problem with that is making a rhythm game inside the Fortnite engine already.
Yeah.
Not
No,
a one
that's
size fits
massive
all.
cope, man.
Mm.
That's massive cope. I mean, hey, I like the idea of that. A festival jam tracks coming from Fortnite Festival, and they also work in like a new Rock Band game. That sounds like some shit I'd read on Reddit.
I don't think you have what it takes to make that work, Tim. Prove me wrong.
If they've got
That
something that
sounds
they're
like some
working on
Reddit
outside
shit,
a
dude.
festival, I mean, 2 + 2 equals. Please give us something the hardcore community is screaming in agony.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I haven't even opened the game.
Neither have I. I feel it.
Hey, you know what?
I've been playing
There's
Pro
all
Drums.
there's yeah. You know what? Thanks,
We
JP.
played-
Thank you for
played a
bringing
lot of
that up.
this.
Thank you for bringing that up because I've been constantly refreshing. If you see my face go white every couple of seconds because I've been refreshing,
Amazon?
making shit. No. Seeing both my FedEx and UPS shipment.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've been refreshing
My
it.
pedals.
I need my pedals.
Yeah, I made
My
Alec get,
pedals today.
I made Alec get new
JP
pedals
finally
because
convinced
his are
Ass. They're ass.
they're not good. they're not good.
No, they're not good at all. I don't know how I was FCing shit with that.
I don't know how either. I think
They
Jake
were
can
literally
attest to that.
asking me.
big
Dude,
time. So listen,
like,
my
they're so
exposure to
heavy.
the drums world is still fairly minimal in terms of e-kits and stuff like that. I have a shitty Alesis Nitro kit that I bought 8 years ago, 7 years ago or whatever, because it was the cheapest one I could find. Do not cheap out too much if you want to get deep into pro drums like I want to do. I want to get a rolling kit now because I put on JP's kit when I was at his house. Oh my god, I could bust a nut how nice that felt. It was great. Like the snare was so tight. It was so I'm moving right past it. It had such good rebound. Every tom felt amazing. He had 4 cymbals. They set up perfectly. nice and big. They had great rebound. It felt amazing. The kick pedal though.
I'm getting jealous.
That was the
I'm getting
perfect.
jealous.
It was perfect. I did not know that a kick pedal could feel that good. Like I just have again the cheapest, shittiest pedals that I could find. A double kick pedal, PDP, different PDP, and they just don't feel that great. You know? Yeah.
Same boat. Same boat. I'm
exactly.
I
sailing
had
in the
fucking
same boat.
whiplash when you guys played on my kit because it's ass.
Yeah, no, it was
I was at
Whiplash.
JP's
Like,
house first. It was at JP's
Yeah,
house first. I
dude.
flew into New York Wednesday, stayed at JP's place. Thursday drove to Boston, I suppose, but we spent some time in Connecticut. Went to the Mohegan Sun.
Yeah, I'll pull up a picture. I gotta.
Mohegan Sun.
Thought I had
I
my
got a
wallet
picture
on me,
of
but
one.
I don't. I have my 15-cent voucher when we were a fucking.
That's where I
Why
lost
is-
$300 2 weeks
Why is the
prior.
link like that, bro? Why won't that
ton.x.com/i/ton/data/dm/192.
What is it?
What the
Ton
fuck
X,
is this
fucking
crap?
Elon.
I don't know. man.
Just
Why?
right-click copy image. What do we do?
Anyways, long story short, I went to JP's house, played a lot of drums at his place on his drum kit, felt amazing. And a few days later, after PAX, went to Alex's house for a couple days, playing his drum set. I'm like, man, this ain't that good. Could be better. Could be a lot better.
Yeah, no, it was really the pedals that needed the upgrade. I think once I get the pedals, then everything else will just fall.
No, actually, no, for real
Perfect.
though. For real though, the pedals are way different.
I mean,
You-
I'm getting that shit today, man.
You're
I'm
gonna
getting that
feel
shit today.
perfection very soon.
Yeah, I'm totally expecting some massive skill upgrade. I'm gonna figure out how to do heel toe like pretty quickly.
As somebody who's not
Dude.
super proficient in the drumming aspect of things nowadays, because I haven't been playing very much recently, but
There we go.
my kick pedal, my kick game has been really bad because I just have shitty pedals. With JP's pedal, I felt in perfect control. I felt like I
Really?
was
Yeah,
not at the
they-
mercy of being like fighting against the hardware about how it's bouncing and moving, whatever. It felt literally perfect. Oh, here's the
They
picture.
glide. They're very fast.
We met
they're long
DanRock.
boards. Yeah, we met DanRock.
Oh,
Me and JP
DanRock,
met
hell
DanRock at the
yeah.
Mohegan Sun, and he had us sign his band hero for Wii. Look at that, a Wise Moose in
Yeah.
760, because that's his
Yo.
favorite game, band hero for the Wii. Hee.
That's so cool.
Yeah, DanRock was sick. He was very nice, very fun to hang out with.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you
nice
for giving us a
guy.
good time in Connecticut, bro.
Treated us with some food and a barcade. Very nice.
Hell yeah.
Mohegan Sun was cool. We gotta tell the story about what happened at Mohegan Sun.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
when we were walking around the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, it's like for context, Mohegan is like a big like mall / casino / hotel / concert venue. It's a big thing. That's probably the coolest thing in Connecticut, if I had to say so myself. I don't know anything about Connecticut, but it seems like a destination people go to. But there was gonna be an Alice in Chains concert that night. We didn't know this at the time. We just were walking around seeing a whole bunch of people wearing Alice in Chains shirts. Like that's weird. They must have had a concert recently or whatever. But so we looked it up. There was a concert that night at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut for Alice in Chains. But like, They were set to take the stage at like 8 o'clock, but at 7:30, there was an announcement that came over the loudspeaker. Attention, everybody who is attending the Alice in Chains concert at 8 p.m. The show has been canceled due to whatever unforeseen circumstances or whatever, the health or whatever. So they canceled the show 30 minutes before they were going to take the stage. And we later found out the next day or two after this, they canceled the entire tour.
And that was the first day of the tour.
That was the first day of the tour. This was the first night of the entire tour. There's only like 6 shows, but it's still
Yeah,
a whole tour got
What happened?
canceled.
Something happened to the
Don't
singer.
know. They never said exactly what. It wasn't the singer. It was the drummer. It was the drummer.
Oh, okay.
And they never said specifically what, but it's like it's not life threatening, but it does need immediate medical attention, and they can't perform. So whatever it
looks
is.
like a statement just came out.
Oh yeah.
The last one I saw was a few days ago from Alice in Chains.
There's a Loudwire article from about an hour ago. I'm trying to see if there's any
Oh,
new
shit.
information.
Wow, this is actually new. Holy shit! What the hell is this?
To everyone who came out to the Mohegan Sun show and was affected by the short notice cancellation, to everyone who had tickets to come see the band at one of the other shows, thanks for your understanding. It's not lost on the band and myself that you spend money, make plans, and alter your schedules to come and see us. It's deeply disappointing to have had this happen. Finally concluded my metal doctors, many hard degrees, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't look like there's any real information other than good news, I'm going to live. Bad news, I'm going to be fine and going to live.
Huh? Yeah, no, he's still not saying anything.
Okay.
I don't personally utilize social media. I'm not particularly fond of my health issues being made public, but I understand that people are concerned. When the doctors advised me against playing in the short term, I quickly went through the 5 stages of grief. And yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So no
Wow.
real information.
That's fair. I guess he wants to keep his privacy. That's fine, but yeah, still sucks.
Understandable. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what?
Still sucks.
It's tough being transparent about health issues. That's tough.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to be very
Absolutely.
vulnerable. Yeah.
And people can use that against you. That's happening more and more nowadays.
Yeah.
You see that if you are
Yeah.
vulnerable about it, it takes a certain level of confidence in yourself and also social support and networking with like people to be there to support you, right? Like if you're coming out with something that's like a major, like, oh God, who was it that just came out with cancer? Was a rock band, was it Three Doors Down? The vocalist?
Yeah. Yep.
I
I think
heard
it was the
about that.
vocalist
Yep.
just recently came out with stage 4 cancer.
Oh man.
And you know, that's tough. You know,
Yeah.
coming out and being that open and honest, and you know, good luck to him on that because that's fucked up.
Stage 4 is bad.
Very bad.
So, not why am I making it so down by bringing? No!
Hey, guys, Alice in Chains canceled the tour because Alice broke out of the chains. She's free now.
Oh yes, that's what we were saying.
Oh,
shit.
Oh.
Alice
Still.
Unchained. There no more Alice in
See,
Chains
me-
concerts. It's only Alice Unchained.
Me and DanRock were trying to find Jake because we got split up somehow, and we heard that announcement. We were like, "Holy shit! Did that just say it's canceled?" And then we found Jake, and we were like, "Bro, the concert's canceled." It was like, "What do you mean?" We were
Yeah,
like, "Did you not hear the announcement?"
I
And then,
missed the
like
announcement.
5 minutes later, they say like, "It's canceled. You can get your refunds at the customer service desk. The cancellation is continuing." Like it's like, and you see all these like teenagers on the phone, like, Mom, can you come?
So
pick me
many
up,
people
please?"
wearing metal shirts on the phone at the same time.
Yeah.
Same time trying to figure out how they're gonna get home because their mom
And
just
we
left
go to
them
my
with their
car.
real wife or
We
whatever.
go to my car, and there's the guy next to me was like, I drove my daughter here for her birthday to see this show.
Yeah, the guy we
That
parked next
sucks.
to.
Yeah, like her 18th birthday or something. Like,
Man, 30 minutes before, I'd be so fucking mad.
That sucks.
I think people were in denial because people weren't really reacting to it, and I was like, oh no, they don't think it's real. You know, I'd
That
be like, are they kidding? Like, is this a joke? You know, like,
Ha ha ha! Good one. Ha ha! You almost got me
Yeah,
there.
exactly, good one.
I'm gonna go get my seat. Wait, huh?
what do you?
Wait,
Why won't
excuse
you
me.
let me in? Why are barricades on the door?
You know, man. People are probably sitting down waiting for that already. It's like only 30 minutes before they're supposed to take the stage.
Yeah, they were probably already in
they had to
like
shuffle out.
the music venue. Yeah.
That fucking blows.
That's
Crazy,
so
man.
sucky.
Crazy. There were a lot of people there, like a lot of people.
I wonder how many people the Mohegan Sun sits. Mohegan Sun concert venue seating. 10,000. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
lot.
of
That's
people.
a lot. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
Jesus.
is
Guess they also host NCAA and WNBA basketball games there. Jesus Christ,
God
man.
damn. Gosh darn.
Gosh darn it.
Damn.
Anyways.
Damn, son.
Yeah, anyways, PAX was cool. We only spent 2
Yeah,
days
like
there.
the-
We had Friday, Saturday passes.
The con itself, I mean, it's kind of, I just see it as like a opportunity to like get together with friends from out of state. Really, like,
Yeah.
I gotta say, would have been better if there was a plastic instrument game there, because there wasn't. It would have been cooler if there
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, apparently they don't even have like a rock band stage or something. I mean, like, dude, I live like fucking 2 hours from this.
Yeah.
Why can't I just supply that?
Yeah, seriously, it's like, just let me
Why don't
bring
I
it.
just do that? That'd be great.
Wait,
I
That'd be
don't
great.
know,
I'd do it
man.
for free.
how do
I
you
would.
acquire a booth at PAX?
Money.
Yeah,
Could
you
I
have to
get a
buy
booth at
you have to buy an
PAX?
exhibitor pass. and
It's
stuff.
legitimately expensive as hell. From when?
I bet it is, but I'm
Oh,
just saying.
God. Can I remember any figures? This is going to be completely spitballing. I know that when I was a part of a competitive, very short-lived idea that Ubisoft had about doing casual games and turning them into esports, and we had a PAX East booth one year, and I want to say it was like 6 figures. Like, it was a lot of money. Like,
Okay,
it was
never mind.
way too much.
Never mind, I take it back. I thought maybe
Well,
it'd be
probably
cool if we like
depending- I would also
community funded and
imagine
community ran a small thing there just to play rock band or
The
something.
closer you are to the escalators, the more expensive it probably is, and it probably cheapens as you go further back in the convention hall.
bet.
Is what I would guess. And what side you're on, it probably goes by how close you are to the entrance and what side you're on. Like, a lot of the tabletop and card stuff was shoved all the way to the side, and it was very congested as a result. It was very difficult to walk around. But then the big companies like Behemoth, RetroWare, Dead by Daylight,
There was a massive,
Dune,
there was a massive
Limited
Dune
Run
sandworm.
Games, like,
we
there
saw
was-
Shai Halud.
Yeah.
We saw Elden
Yes.
Bing.
Yeah.
Elden Bing. It was there. They had
That
a
was
big
the
old
big one.
dome.
They had like a
Elden
fucking
Ring, Elden Ring,
yeah,
Night Rain.
like a tent, basically a giant tent.
I'm excited for that game to come out.
Me
But
too.
they're doing a ticket system for playing that.
Yes, they
And it
were.
was like all the
People were
tickets
getting
were
there
gone
really-
by fucking 11 a.m.
People were getting there really early for that too. Like they
Yeah.
were getting there right when the floor opened.
Which is funny because the game comes out like in 2 weeks. It's not that far
Yeah.
of a wait. It's not that big of a deal.
well, it's
No.
just that like people really.
I will be
wanna,
playing it.
like,
yeah.
2
yeah,
weeks.
they go to
I will be
they go
playing
to a
that shit.
convention like PAX and they're like, I want to try every demo here. You know, like some people go for that. A lot of cosplayers. There was a ton
Many.
of cosplayers. The most cosplayers I've ever seen. I didn't even see that many at 2020. You know, like there were just more this time. Like a lot of people go for different things, but I think a lot of people were there for what we were, which was just, it's literally just an opportunity to be like, hey, there's this con happening. We can all go to the same state and hang out.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
And for us, we know people that work at Harmonix, and we were able to hang out with them, and we were able to meet up with
Mm.
people at the convention that formerly worked at Harmonix, like Pope. That was really cool. You know,
Yeah.
it was just it was an excuse to you know, shake some hands.
So,
Yeah, he was like, oh, I just talked to one of the band Camaro singers was over here.
oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of
and that
the
really
30.
narrows it down. Which one?
Yeah, we were like,
I-
oh, it's really cool. And he's like, it's not that cool. It's like 30 singers, so it's like whatever.
But still.
Yeah, still.
Tried looking up a little bit more recent information. This is a few years ago. Apparently, a 10 by 10 booth. So this is, you know, super small,
Yeah.
100 square feet. Was around $2,000 a few years ago
That's
Per
cheap as
day?
shit.
per day.
Yeah, that's cheap as shit.
Ugh.
But
So
also
Thursday
the reason
to
the
Sunday.
the reason that I was thinking about the one that was so much larger is because it was, again, so much larger of a space, right? Looks like maybe 2,500 would be like closer to 75,000 according to a few years ago. So that then we're getting towards like the price range I was thinking of before. So again, if it's a small booth,
Really small.
might be doable, but it'd be super duper small. We're talking still pricey as hell.
Yeah, even if that's like you pay that like 4 times, right? Probably going to be over $10,000 at that point for a small booth, just because you have
Per
to
day.
fly out. You have
Yeah.
to fly out employees. You have to buy them exhibitor badges. You have to put them up in a hotel. You have to transport stuff to set up the actual booth. Like, you know, like companies that are local to Boston have it way easier because they can just do it all there. But then everybody else has to like fly or drive shit out.
Yeah,
Probably
ship
a pain in
everything
the
in.
ass.
When we
Yeah.
did the next level at PAX East, I want to say this was either 2017 or 2018. I can't remember which. They had so much space that they brought in a legitimate half pipe and had people doing BMX tricks and like
That
skateboard
sounds like
tricks.
a liability.
There was literally a full half pipe, and it was a gate around it, But imagine how much they were paying for that space to have that
huge.
physical.
God.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
So
The spectacle pays off though.
I mean, it draws people in. You're like,
Definitely
why
does.
do I see somebody jumping in the air on a bike?
Yeah, what the
Like,
hell
oh,
is that
that's-
over there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was you know, it was cooler in 2020 when you walked in and the first thing you saw was Fuser. You know, Harmonix say 2026, do something,
We
please.
love Fuser.
We mentioned that to them. I was like, you guys should go to PAX, and they were like, yeah, we'll see. You know, it'd be nice.
You know, hold on. Maybe at this point next year, Festival will be in a better spot to show off.
Hopefully.
That's kind of
Ideally-
what I'm hoping. Yeah,
Just push
That
all
would be
the
really
plans we
cool.
had this year back a year.
I think his pedals showed up. That's why he disappeared.
I
I
hope
have a
that's the
feeling
case.
That's why.
No.
Oh, no.
No.
We were,
Oh,
hope,
I
we
thought
were
I
hoping
thought
that
you left for
your
your
pedals.
pedals.
Oh no. Olivia called down to me.
That'd be,
Oh,
it'd be,
no,
it'd be
no.
so fucking funny. It's like, oh, the pedals, and he just has to leave immediately. Guys, look.
Yeah.
Hey,
More
If I were him,
hero.
I would. I would
do you want
fucking run
to
my door
talk
and be
about
like,
a pedal that
pedals?
we used? You want to talk about a pedal that we used when you're there?
Oh,
Mine or yours?
the Guitar Hero drum set one.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking.
Yeah. Go grab that doohickey.
Oh, Jason, you're gonna get a kick out of this thing,
talking
man.
shit.
Literally.
Kick out of it.
This thing.
What is this?
Okay. Let's break it down. Somebody, I will not reveal the name, asked me if I wanted to pick up and buy a prototype of GoodWoodMods Guitar Hero pedal.
Oh,
That's
This is
Goodwood's pedal.
GoodWoodMods. It's
Yep, that's
mesh.
a good wood.
what?
Mesh right there. So you see how I'm like tapping it like this?
Yeah.
It is so sensitive. It would be going off right now.
Yo.
If you
Not just like
tap
that.
the
If
fucking,
I tap this,
yeah, it goes off.
if I tap any of this, hell, if I just tap the pedal,
That would, yeah.
it will actuate
So how
this thing.
overhitty is it then?
It was bad.
very.
Very, very overhitty.
Jason, did
This
you
thing is
watch the video that Manly made of us all playing drums?
Let me pull that up.
That's the
visions?
pedal that Jake was
Yes.
using in the
Got
video.
it.
Yeah,
Got
I was-
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that was
there.
the pedal I was on.
Yeah,
Dude,
this is like
Jake, I showed
like
my mom that
this-
video. She was cracking up.
It's so funny. Many
I have
like,
a
that
terrible
this
grip on this
exists-
stick.
This is it exists for like e-kits and stuff, but not as crudely made as this.
Sure.
Like this is all super glued, hot glued together, and then a Guitar Hero sensor just coming out of it like this, or
Yeah, and
the
I
wires
think,
just coming out.
I think that the
But,
guy got it and he told them, "Hey, don't release
This sucks.
Yeah.
You need to go back to
Yeah.
the drawing board with this.
So you know what's sad? It doesn't feel bad at all. in my
No, it doesn't
opinion.
feel bad. It's just too
It feels
sensitive.
fine.
So I don't.
Yeah.
It feels
Doesn't
kind of
feel bad.
feels kind of
Just
loose.
is.
Well, it's a shitty drum pedal.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know?
shitty drum pedal,
Like a
but, like,
shitty beginner drum pedal.
Yeah, like look at this drum pedal. Like,
yeah, it's a
look-
Gibraltar,
what the
bro. Look how
fuck?
small it is.
I understand the vision.
What the
though.
hell is going on?
Oh, I totally get the vision. I think that they were cooking.
It's a
just,
cool
If they
vision.
did it now, they'd probably be able to get it to work. But back then, we were a lot more limited. Like
Hey,
they
hey,
could definitely do something now.
Speaking of visions, check
Oh
this
yeah,
out.
speaking of
Play
vision.
the
This video is so fucking
good.
funny.
Yeah,
the
this
sound
edit is
effects,
really fucking funny.
perfect.
Thank you, Mandy.
I fucking threw my drumstick. I'm not joking. It was like halfway across the room.
I love the sound
Sound
effects.
effects
they
are
did.
great.
Incredible.
Whee!
Only person that dropped the stick was
Whee!
JP. I dropped the second one and I caught it and I was holding it like this.
Bro, the way you were like Wolverine clawing it.
Yeah, I was. I was like,
and that's
Oh,
when
and
he,
then,
that's when he's like, I have a
Jake-
terrible grip on this stick.
JP and Jake, they got to I put them through a drum hell.
yes.
I
He
put them
did.
through a fucking session.
Dude, it was
Alright.
so fun. That was like the
So-
highlight of my time spent at Acai's house, is getting a one-on-one
yeah, so-
coaching lesson on drums.
I was
I did-
ready to
I did a
cry
coaching
because
lesson.
I'm bad at grinding, but we did it.
No, yeah, no.
did
So
it.
like JP doesn't have a really good time with grinding drums, but I was gonna break him out of it, and so that's what I did. And then Jake, knowing Jake, he just adapted. He figured it out. But I
did.
taught them how to play the chorus to Guns of Summer.
Oh!
I taught them how to play that. It was on Yarg, so it was a little bit easier, but it was it was the only game that has co-op in practice mode. So if you know what the Guns of Summer chorus looks like, you know it's a clusterfuck. It's a massive clusterfuck. And so we started from 30%. That's how we started. We started all the way from the bottom. And it was just like and I recorded the whole thing actually too. And that was essentially that could have been our time to record an episode, but instead I was like, let's learn.
Dude,
Let's learn. So
I-
I taught them how to do Guns of Summer Chorus 3, and even not just Chorus 3, but just the chorus in general, all the choruses.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put a visual aid up on the screen so people can understand what we're looking at here. This is from Chris Body. This is the chorus that we learned. This looks like dog ass, doesn't it? Just a clusterfuck of notes, but slowing it down to 30% and slowly rising it up to like 50, 60, 70, and then eventually 100. It actually made it make a lot of sense. Like this is
you had
crazy.
to have to approach it less like you're playing a drum beat and more like you're playing a fucking rhythm game. With how complex that beat is to somebody who doesn't know any of that. Like that's just how you had to approach it.
And there's this chorus 3 as well. We learned chorus 1 and chorus 3 because chorus 2 is the same as chorus 1, but chorus 3 is a whole different beast because there's this
chorus 3 is fucked up.
Starting off it's
hard.
the same. Here we are, right? The same. And then all of a sudden, whoa, what's that? Honestly, chorus 3 is probably easier for me. I would say it.
Yeah, it was a little tougher for me. I was having a hard time with the yellow tom.
You're gonna make me try this later because I've never played it. I've seen it, but I've never tried it.
Insane.
I have the whole video.
You're gonna get very frustrated, but you just gotta keep playing.
I'll put it on my drive because I have the whole thing recorded.
Oh yeah, he does. That's right.
That'd be super cool.
Does
cut together?
I have the whole thing. So if you want to cut it up or something,
that would be really.
I will start uploading it, and I'll send you a link after we're done
I
recording.
want that.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm realizing by the way that Alec, the Yarg, like the scrolling shit was only a problem in the OBS preview because it looks fine on this video that Mandy did. Like it looked fine on the stream. Remember, it was like choppy.
Well,
in
no,
OBS?
I just say it looked choppy in OBS because something was bugging out, so I disabled it and it worked again.
Oh, okay,
So,
okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys got to also play on the greatest Rock Band 1 stock kit of all time.
It's true.
No, I'm not joking.
I don't know why.
It's insane. It has to be modded. Whoever donated to
No,
Goodwill
I
put in different
I swear to
piezo
God,
sensors
I
or some
never
shit.
took that thing apart. It's
No,
really
not you.
good.
Some savant that changed the piezo sensors to something better or something like that. I
Dude,
don't know.
nothing was changed on there. I swear.
No, that's fully
it didn't even look like. It didn't even look like anybody played on it.
No, it was in good condition. But that stock kit really impressed me. Just playing a Rock Band 1 stock kit sounding like Mr. Krabs running. It was amazing.
I think the secret sauce really is like you have to have sticks made of air.
Yeah, playing with the default super light Guitar Hero Rock Band
the
drumsticks.
GH sticks.
Yeah.
No, the GH sticks are even lighter than the Rock Band ones, I think.
Are they? I haven't had Rock Band sticks in a long time. I have Guitar Hero sticks though.
They're just fucking crazy light.
The Rock Band sticks are like toothpicks. They're so light.
Yeah, they feel super light. And then, like, because we kept the sticks at our drum station. We had 3 drum sets set up. We had the E kit, we had the Rock Band 1 stock kit, and then we had a Band Hero Wii kit. And that was by far the worst one.
Which was ass!
I felt like ass, a big time ass. Everything was overhitting. Didn't like having to go for the cymbal, for the yellow. It was bad. And it also had the Destroyer pedal in there, which was also hot ass. But like we kept our sticks at each drum because like these work better here, these work best here, and then the heavy sticks work good on the E kit. So that's what we did. We didn't swap out sticks because using the heavy sticks on that Rock Band 1 kit, ugh.
No wonder shit was breaking as everyone was like, oh, if I use the heavier sticks, that means I don't have to hit as hard or whatever.
No, you're going to crack your shit.
Nah, dude, bro,
no,
shit
you just
was
have to
sensitive as hell. You barely have to hit it.
Yeah.
Easy.
No, like, seriously, you're hitting, any of us were hitting some crazy shit on there. It's like, how did I do that?
Yeah, that's how I learned Guns of Summer. I was doing that mostly on that Rock Band 1 stock kit, and JP was on the E kit, and then we eventually both got FCs like on the same run. It was really fucking cool. And then I moved over to the E kit. I was like, oh, I gotta like relearn how to do this because I was doing it with shitty rebound. Now I have really good rebound. Oh shit, I have to like recalibrate how I'm hitting these things. You know, it was really cool. Very fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. I'm
wish you were there, Jason, but one day.
Yeah, drum lessons are now $200 an hour.
I got it for free. I can vouch though they work.
Real shit. That's the thing I'm sad about the most that I missed from this PAX East weekend. the drum.
Hey,
Pow Wow.
listen. If we all find ourselves at my house, I will probably have like 3 E kits set up here.
Dude,
I found all my parts, all my old shit, so I could probably build something.
We got to go to Jason's
Sounds like
house
time.
next.
Hey, I'm
Yeah, we
down.
gotta go to Jason's.
Yeah,
He's,
we got it.
He's the only one at this point, and Jake's house.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Yeah, Jake's house. Yep.
I do not have space to.
Well, Jake's
house
moving
4
anyway.
of you. I plan on moving this year. Maybe when I get a real house, we'll see. But yeah,
Give me a few more months to get things like really straightened up around here, and then we can make a plan.
Oh, I don't want to fucking travel anytime soon, but I'm gonna anyways.
Bro,
Yeah, no,
I'm good. I'm
sick
good
right
for
now.
now,
Fuck
man.
that.
I'm good.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
was,
Like a few months, especially like with the plane situation and everything. You know. Like,
yeah.
I have 2 more
Me and
flights in
Jake
a month.
did a lot of driving.
In the next month.
Can you
Shout outs to Jake.
Can you fucking
drove
not?
No.
He drove the first 3 hours.
No.
back home.
Where
Thank
the hell are you-
God.
where the hell are you flying?
I'm gonna go see Callie in Michigan,
Okay,
And
that's
then-
understandable.
and then I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
to
like,
Austin, Texas.
what,
for
like less than an
Counter-Strike.
hour?
Okay.
It's probably like an hour and a half of a flight. I don't know.
Okay.
Minnesota,
Hour and a
Michigan's
half
not
flight. That
far.
ain't shit.
No, it ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Then Austin, then
And it's going
Minneapolis to
east.
Austin's like 3 hours. Helps to live in the middle of the country, folks. Everywhere is not that far
True.
from a flight.
Everything is like, it's like a hub for like the rest of America.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
Minneapolis. It's nice.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something.
You said something.
I don't remember. It's gone now. Oh,
Man.
I do have. I have all my kits over there. I have 3 drum kits. I have my shitty Elisa's Nitro kit. I have my Rock Band 1 stock kit with Goodwoods, and I have a World Tour kit with Goodwoods. I think it'd be fun to try Guns of Summer on each and every one of those, just to see how hard it would be or how easy it would be, depending on which. Because I think my Goodwood Rock Band 1 kit is probably the best kit I have, the one I feel most comfortable with. I want to try fucking around with that more. That was a lot of fun.
You should. You should.
And if I have the double pedal, like the double bass adapter thing that uses AAA batteries.
Didn't we do a run? We did a run of Guns of Summer after the practice session. And then you were on the E kit. I was on the Rock Band 1 kit. And I got like a -4 or some shit.
Yeah, you could do it on the stock.
I got some bullshit.
You
I'm
could
like,
do
I
it.
should just FC this stupid ass song and
Yeah.
never play it again.
Hop on Rock Band 2.
But I got to do it on the Rock Band 2.
Yeah,
for
try
sure.
that, pal.
Or
The
Rock
real
Band
shit.
3. Oh no, I can just say fucking play Rock Band 4. You know what I mean? Because that engine's piss.
Yeah, don't do piss, do hard. Piss hard.
Yeah. Hard pisser.
Anyways, anybody,
What?
I don't know, man. Anybody have anything else to talk about before we get the fuck out of here?
I don't know.
No.
I guess we're not doing a festival quarter this week, and I'm okay with
No.
that.
What
Yeah, there's really nothing to
would
talk
we talk
about.
about? What would we talk about with festival? What happened?
They
Sabrina Horpenter, as that one guy said.
Jesus
they-
Christ, that one guy.
released a song that's perfect for how we feel about new features in the game. Stream on.
Ah.
Oh yeah.